Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Macro Mondays, America's favorite show, London's favorite show, and the new king of England, King Charles' favorite show. Dom, you look different. You got a little bit more of a beard. Is that because you got a new king now? Is that what's going on?
I'm not really sure, actually. I noticed that, and my wife told me that this morning. I should have shaved it off, but I'm on holiday, so I guess I've been relaxing a bit more, letting it all hang loose.
That's what you have to do. Hang loose. Shaka, I just got back from Hawaii not too long ago. We were hanging loose there. Hawaii is a great place. I don't know if you've ever been, but guys, welcome to the stream. We got 40 people already rocking with us this morning. As always, guys, welcome to the show. Make sure to hit that like button on your way in. We have a very, very, very exciting show. Usually we tackle everything that's happening in the macroeconomics, and hopefully we do that a little bit here today. But guys, the purpose of the show, and if you're on Twitter, make sure to like and retweet. We're going to be talking about meme coins because that's really where I really started. Dom, I know you started in the traditional sector, working in the markets in London. You came in, you've built an actual utility and token, but you're somewhat of a degen yourself. You got to be happy to see what's going on here with meme coins. They've been exploding the past 2 weeks. It's been absolutely insane to see.
To be fair, it has actually been pretty nuts. Because I mentioned on the last show that we did a couple of weeks back that I was looking at and I was tracking wallets to try and build something that could fund these. And a couple of them have gone quite well, to be honest. But yeah, it's been insane. And I like it, as in I'm taking advantage of it and I'm making money from it. But is it good for the industry? And also,
yes, it is.
It's not. Tell that to Bitcoin and tell that to Ethereum's gas fees. It's as much as I like it, and I'll take advantage of whenever anything's going up or down. It's like top signals everywhere. If you're on Twitter right now, go on to at Dominic VEMP and watch the video on my pin and tell me that it doesn't describe the exact situation happening right now in the market. Honestly, it's
Dom, quit fighting my bags, man. I'm trying to have a good stream. I'm trying to talk about meme coins going parabolic, and you come behind. You're already fudding. You're already fudding me. Who's this? Look, Dom, if you ever think I'm going to listen to this old man, you're out of your mind. This looks like Anthony Fauci. This looks like Anthony Fauci's depressed older brother. You want me to listen to this guy?
He's the OG. But he's just describing the situation. But honestly, it's like this always happens at the very end of cycles. Like there's the absolute degeneracy just comes out of everybody. And it's like this pure euphoria that everything goes up. And that's like the exact time. Like people will look back at this and they will say, how did we not realize that this was the end of the cycle? When you've got people
I disagree.
I saw and what's so sad about it, and especially if you don't have money to invest right now and you just hold good projects with utility, I've seen for example VEMP, Coal, both of those have suffered from this because
everything suffered. Everything suffered from this. Every token that I have, every legit token I have has suffered. Yes.
And it's also pricing out the lower net worth buyers, because it's $50 for a bloody transaction, and that's for no tax token. If you're talking a tax token, which goes to 4 different wallets, you're talking hundreds. But
don't remind me. Don't remind me, but it's been wild. So I think that stream that we did, Dom, Pepe was around a $90 million market cap, guys. It was about 3 weeks ago. Philip's in here saying Doom King. And guys, let us know what tokens we should check out. We're going to check out a bunch of different degen tokens. I see Bebe Pepe on here. I say Dollar Pepe. We will talk about Mong. I'm long on Mong as always. But Pepe, we talked about that around a $90 million market cap. This thing pumped all the way up to a $1.66 billion market cap since we had our first stream done. Listed on Binance, listed on KuCoin, listed on Crypto.com. Everybody's talking about it. It was just listed on India's #1 exchange 5 hours ago, Waze Your X. I mean, what's your take on Pepe? You really think Pepe is not good for the space? I think this is good for, I mean, I'm a meme coin guy, so it's good for me. It's good for my content. It's good for what I talk about. But in general, you don't think it's good for the space? I feel like meme coins doing well brings in a ton of eyeballs into cryptocurrency.
It does. I mean, if you go onto my feed, you can see that I think I was long when Pepe got listed on Bybit. I went long 50 times leverage on it, and I cleaned up. I think I was up like 2,800% on that position. Obviously, then kept on buying the dip and kept dipping, but there we go. You win some, you lose some. But I mean, it's the thing, and everybody ends up like suffering from the same FOMO and also the same like toxic anger that people get. Like Pepe holders are fuming with like Ribbit holders, like Mong holders, because they just see them as like chasing the same thing. And it's the way of like this cycle is that everybody ends up hating everything else that detracts from them. I mean, meme coins, I mean, if you look at the actual, it brings eyeballs to the space, but it doesn't bring eyeballs to the space for the right reasons. And until crypto and blockchain can move away from speculation, all meme coins are securities at the end of the day. Like if you look at the definition of people argue that like meme coins can't be securities because they're decentralized, but that's bollocks. Like the Howey test, which defines meme coins, is that if you buy something with the expectation of profit, and that is the only reason people buy these coins. They don't buy them for any other reason. Like, they can argue and say, I bought it for the community, but you can be part of the community without it. Like, unfortunately, the more that people come in and buy this stuff and the higher it goes and the more it draws like people's eyes, unfortunately, it won't be good for the space. I like making money.
Let me ask the chat. Does the chat agree? Because look, we saw what happened with Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu brought in so many new investors, so many retail investors into the space. Now, I will agree with you. A lot of these people got wrecked because a lot of people bought at the tops. But look what's happening now. If they bought in and they stay consistent for the past year and a half, and let me tell you, it was a bad year and a half. It was really tough to fucking get up and make content. We're starting to see some hype again. We're starting to see some people very, very excited. And Dom, people are making money. I mean, even the people that just follow this channel, right? I never tell people what to buy or don't buy. I never do that. I don't care what you guys buy. I tell you projects that I think have some good future, and some go up, some go down. But we brought Pepe at $90 million market cap, went all the way up to $1.6 billion. I know a lot of people made money. We brought Mong at a $30 million market cap, went all the way up to a $228 million. A lot of people make money. So people are making money. Everyday people are making money, Dom. And this is the thing about cryptocurrency. I get what you're saying. It's not good for the space. But where else can you have something like this happen? There was a man that turned $27 into $10 million plus dollars in 21 days on Pepe. There's only one other place where you can do this, and that's playing the Mega Millions lottery. And the odds of you winning that are 1 in 300 fucking billion, like something crazy, right? But this can happen in cryptocurrency. Now, you can't turn $27 into 10 million, but you can turn a little bit of a money into a lot of bit of money on high risk meme coins. Like I said, it's not likely, but it is possible to happen.
I mean, yeah, you can, and that's what everybody dreams about. But the reason why that actual buy, if I'm not mistaken, is a blacklisted wallet, as in like
is it
Sniper, and it got blacklisted at launch. Yeah,
I mean, that sucks.
Yeah, that's the so somebody is sitting there with a $10 million bag and they can't even sell it.
You know how depressing that is? What's your thoughts on blacklisting? And chat, I want to ask you guys as well. What's your thoughts on blacklisting wallets? I mean, is it fair? I feel like it's like it almost takes away from the decentralized side of things in crypto.
Yeah, I mean, like a true ERC20 token doesn't have any blacklist function. It's just something. But the problem is, it's like what comes first? Like you can either the blacklisting function is implemented because of the problem with bots. If you don't have the blacklist function, then people will bot it. If you have the blacklist function, then you can't remain decentralized. So it's like a double-edged sword, really. You can't do one without the other, and bots can be a really big problem. So I have this problem with the my wallet, because people track my wallet. People front run my buys. So every time I try and buy something on my wallet, somebody else buys it before I do, and it fails my transaction. So now I just can't buy anything on it because I have to buy it on something else first. Because this is the problem, is that when you have that sort of stuff, and MEV, for example, is a very, very big problem, and people don't think about it more than like front run bots. And
can you explain this? Can you explain, because you probably have a better understanding, the whole Jared from Subway MEV bot thing that's going on? What the hell is this?
So basically, there's a few ways that you can like speed up your transactions. The simplest one is by using a aggregator like 1inch or CalSwap, because they run Ethereum nodes themselves, and therefore your transactions are faster than Uniswap, for example. But MEVs are effectively somebody. Let's say that this Jared guy is actually called Jared. Jared has an extremely powerful computer processor and runs one or multiple Ethereum nodes. And because of the amount of nodes he has and the amount of processing power he has, he can always get to transactions before anybody else. So that's basically how it's done. So it's not all pure profit. Like, he will be spending a hell of a lot on gas. He'll be spending a hell of a lot on energy, electricity, hardware, stuff like that. Like, it's not a simple thing to set up, but he's just got the best bot. So anybody can take his crown at any moment. They just have to get better tech than him.
How do I do it? Can you teach me? Because obviously, my Wi-Fi is absolutely atrocious. My computers suck. I know nothing about computers. How do I do it? I want to make 50 ETH every like he's making every 30 minutes. He's making 50 ETH. How's he doing it though? So does he just have his computer process, and does it just go to like new launches and he buy, like, what is he doing? What is the MEV bot? How is he doing this? Explain it to me.
It's not buying anything. It's buying and selling. So it's, when you accidentally, let's say you just bought Volt, and it's got like a 10% tax or whatever it's got. Let's say you just bought that, and then you go to buy VEMP, and you forget to change your slippage. The bot that buys before you, and then you buy higher, and then it sells straight afterwards.
Yeah,
it pockets the difference. That's what Jared's doing, but on hundreds of pools.
That's insane, dude. And is this legal? It's just part of the game, huh?
It's one of those things. It's like because crypto's unregulated.
It's part of the game.
So this is illegal in the normal stock market. In fact, it didn't used to be. It's one of the things that evolved. And what Goldman Sachs did back in I can't remember if it was like 2003 or it could have been I think it was 2003, 2004. Goldman Sachs went like a whole quarter, one of their divisions, without a single losing trade. Like across the whole quarter, every single thing, the investment bank constantly winning. And what they'd done is that they had put their own computers basically closer to and more powerful than the actual New York Stock Exchange's computers, and it stuck it next to it. And what they did is the exact same thing. They built the technology to be able to detect when a trade was being placed in the stock exchange next door, and then they would buy it beforehand, and they would skim like pennies and dimes beforehand, but it all adds up. And that's exactly what Jared's doing, but because it's blockchain, it's all done, through these nodes. It's easier to do.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for explaining that. It makes sense. Good for Jared. I mean, we can't hate it. Good for him, but he's wrecking a lot of people. Now let's get into some of the tokens that have been going insane, Dom. Pepe. falling down to an $863 million market cap. What's up, Chaba? How you doing, guys? And welcome everybody to the stream, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Also, hit that like button. Let's push this up in the YouTube algorithm. Pepe, down to an $861 million market cap. Now, as you guys know, I don't pretend to be a technical analysis guy, but anyone, any man or woman in the right minds understands when you go from a $600 million market cap all the way up to a $1.6 billion market cap in less than 12 hours, that's not normal. That's not healthy. That's almost bad for the chart. So this consolidation is normal. It's healthy. Let me ask your outlook. And chat, let me ask yours as well. Let me ask your outlook on this, Dom. Look, Binance listed Pepe. Qcoin listed Pepe. Crypto.com listed Pepe. WazerX listed Pepe. These are some of the exchanges of the top holders. They hold tens, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 millions of dollars of Pepe. Do you believe that Pepe is here for the long run, or do you think this is going to be a meme coin that's going to phase out here pretty soon?
You know what? It's actually, it's like shocking, isn't it? Just like
shocking.
This is where I don't like this space, and it's not anything to do with the meme coins necessarily, but what I absolutely cannot stand, and I tell it to every single like advisory company that I look after, like every single person who mentions them, is exchanges, because they are the worst. They literally do not care whatsoever for utility, for even for community. They care about two things: hype and volume. And if you don't have them, you will not get listed anywhere, or you will pay tons of money. For example, it cost me to list on Qcoin best part of $1 million. It was like 650,000, 700,000. Security deposit, marketing tokens, and fees. And when I introduced Cult to them, because they had more hype and volume, it only cost them a couple of 100,000 in tokens.
Yeah, but are you surprised? This is business, because realistically, it's like these tokens that have the hype and the volume, they're going to bring in more money, right? Because exchanges, they all say they make money off of the transaction fees, right? They take 2, 3, 5, whatever dollars. So if Pepe is doing, look at this, Pepe is doing $60 million in volume index versus a token that's doing 10 or 5, it's like, it makes sense. They're going to get a better deal. That makes sense. It's business.
Yeah, for the exchange, it does. But what it doesn't make sense for is that all of these exchanges love to talk the talk and pretend that they care about the industry. They care about decentralization. They care about DAOs. They care about ZK rollups. They care about XYZ. They don't give a shit about any of that. And they don't care about their customers either. This is the worst part. They pretend they care about customers. They pretend they care about utility. They don't give a flying fuck. Honestly, like, it infuriates me, because they're just like retail. They list at the top, and when the actual token dips, they don't want anything to do with it. They couldn't care less. Like, honestly, it's so frustrating. And the thing is, like, how many people are down 50% now on their money from buying it when it listed on Binance? Like tens of thousands?
More, probably, tens of, like 20, 30, 40,000.
Yeah, like that's just, Binance would know, like, the effect that's going to have. Like, it
Binance announcement, all the way up, all the way down.
Here's the problem that you have with like Pepe, and the problem is its success. Like, I agree with Brad. It's literally all it is. Like,
he said, honestly, no one gives a damn. It's all about lining your pockets, and the only one for you is you. Everyone else is exit liquidity. Do you think that's true for exchanges and everything as well?
Exchanges are the worst. Like, trust me. Like, there's no honor amongst thieves, and they are thieving bastards. Honestly,
really?
They are. Yes, they are worse than any like people I've come across. Honestly, they're like filthy and they're slimy. They're like sly. They'll screw you over.
And guys, this is coming from someone that's worked with a number of exchanges. Dom, for those, because we have 220 people here, maybe some people are new. Dom's the CEO of VEMP Studios. He's worked with a number of centralized exchanges. And will you say that about all of them, or just a majority, or just some?
All of them.
Wow.
All of them are liars. All of them are thieves. And it's just the case of like, they are a necessary evil for projects. and I tell that to all of my advisory protocols when they say to me, what sectors would you recommend, or what exchanges are decent? I say none of them. They're all fucking awful and they're terrible and they'll rob you blind. But there's only ones that are necessary evils. You have to list on a tier 3 to get a tier 2. You have to list on a tier 2 to get a tier 1. So tier 3, I would say, is like MEXC, Bitmart, Bitrue, XT.
The ones you don't want to be on. Anytime someone's on those exchanges, I'm like, yeah, nice, man. You got listen on fucking Bitmart.
That's the first one.
You need them.
And that will get you into the door to the tier 2, which will start lowest tier 2, I would say, would be, some people argue, I'd say MEXC is tier 3, and then Gate is tier 2. Then above Gate, you've got like Qcoin, then you got like crypto.com, then you got OKX. And then at tier 1, you've got OKX like blends at tier 2 into tier 1. And then you got Binance and Coinbase. And you used to have obviously FTX before their criminality got exposed. The rest of them are doing exactly the same things. Like, trust me, they just haven't been found out yet. But
this is actually kind of good. Dom looks like Jeff, the Jeff coin. I made a video about Jeff coin. I think they're taking a dip. Did you guys see look, BitBoy Crypto launched it? Did he launch it? Dude, I faded this so tough. I'm kind of pissed. BitBoy Crypto tweeted last night and he talked about Ben token. It was at like 170,000 market cap. And then I should have bought it, but this thing pumped all the way up to like a 17 million today. But you do kind of look like
now, I think.
Huh?
More than that now, I think. Funnily enough.
Don't tell me that. I faded it.
I was in this token called Billy, and it went to shit. It was like something about like Billy Goat, like the goated, etc. And I had taken decent amount of profits. I still got some, and then I saw somebody absolutely wreck the chart, and somebody like cashed out like 15 ETH and it dumped it. And I thought, okay, I'll look at that wallet because they must have gotten early. And I saw that they had bought something, and it was Ben. And so I bought Ben, and then it went like down like 80%.
It almost rugged, bro. I saw it rug, and I was like, I'm not buying this. I thought it rugged.
And then
and it pumped.
And then yeah, I saw it. I still got some now, but yeah.
Nice, good for you. Yeah, I faded it. That's kind of how my investing's been going here, pretty much, guys. I've been in pretty much getting wrecked all the time. I did buy Pepe. I did buy Mong. Those are doing good, but everything else I decide to buy goes to shit. I got rugged 4 times yesterday, and then everything that I fade goes up. So if you're alone and you feel like you're losing, don't worry. Jake Gagan's right there with you. It's just highly speculative. But I mean, what's the strategy? Is it just the B-root strategy to throw 0.1 at every single thing that launches? Like, I feel like that's probably a good strategy. And if one hits, it hits. But fuck, dude, I saw Ben last night literally at 100. Ben tweeted about it. Like, it was BitBoy Crypto tweeted about it. It was 2 minutes after he tweeted, and he tweeted like he quote tweeted Ben. I looked at it, and the chart literally went straight up and straight down. I'm like, this is a rug pull. Like, why did he tweet about it? I faded it, and now it's up to a 20 million market cap. How do we win? How do we win in this space, Dom?
I've actually a couple of times, and there seems to be a pattern. Like, a lot of times, people will launch something. There was one, for example, that I subscribed to a the token is called TUF. I can't remember what's that, like TuffX or like and it's a like sniper bot type of thing. Let me see.
Damn, Jeff is getting hurt. Oh my God, Ben. Can't believe I faded this, Dom. This hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
I know.
Last night, literally, I saw it right here. I was like, oh, that's a rug. And this thing pumped to 16 million. Jeff, it looks like the name tokens are having some fighting. Will Jeff make a comeback? Will Jeff make a comeback here?
Oh,
I made a video last night.
Bernie is one that I bought, and I think it's literally like 10K market cap still. Let me Google it.
10K?
10K market cap, yeah. Let me take a look. See, I've got like...
Say what says Macro Mondays with Dom, one of my favorite shows of the week. Let's go, baby. Macro Mondays, Meme Coin Monday. And you can tell people are interested. 225 people in here, guys. Make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. We're talking meme coins, baby.
There we go. We got 6.7K market cap. To tell you what, Oh, actually, no, I can't share this. I'm not gonna share it. I was gonna share my screen, but
What's it
I
called?
feel like it's called Bernie, as in Bernie Sanders.
Hey, that's my guy, Bernie Sanders. He wants to tax billionaires 100%. I think it was, or something like that, something crazy.
100%. That's just take all of
Makes
their
sense,
money.
right? Makes sense.
But, Bernie is yeah, it's the meme. I'm once again asking for your financial support. Remember that meme? I can bring up the actual meme. There you go.
I'll pull it up.
I'm once again.
I can't believe Ben's pumping. Does anybody else feel that though in the space? It's like literally like what you like. It's so true. When you buy something, it goes down. When you face something, it goes up. When you hold on too long, it gets wrecked. It's a tough space. So our name coins index, we had dog tokens, we had frog tokens. I think the name coins are kind of in next. You know what is this? I'm once again asking for your financial support. It's a good meme.
That's the Bernie meme. 6.7K market cap. We need some
That's nothing.
chads in there.
That's nothing. Who knows? What if this thing overtakes Ben? And like honestly, anything is possible here. But it just needs backing. We need Ben to talk about Bernie. But that's the meme right there. Look, there's Greg. There needs to be a Jake. There needs to be a Jake meme.
I swear I think I actually did see one.
Jake? I would support a Jake meme. Honestly, if there was a Jake meme, I would support it. I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would buy it or not, but there needs to be a Jake meme. Why not? I think that memes are in. There's a Greg meme. Pepe girl. I seen this. At this point, it's gone from semi-classy gambling to straight up degeneracy. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Look at the red candle on Pepe right now. Someone is going to buy that up. Let's pull it up. Let's check out Pepe. $852 million market cap. But this consolidation, in my personal opinion, Dom, is normal, right? Like you've been in this space long enough. Nothing goes from 600 million to 1.6 billion overnight. It's not normal. That's not healthy, you know, especially a meme coin in a bear market. It's not normal.
Yeah, I mean, remember, the problem is that what is left for Pepe? I guess they've still got Coinbase left, but like they've already pretty much hit like, you know, what everybody tries to achieve in crypto. Once your token is on Binance, like what's next?
Yeah,
like
but you can develop utility. You know, you can come out with utility because right now, does it have any utility? I think it's just a meme, right? It has no utility. Does it have anything?
No,
it's just the meme, right? But dude, I love this. I support this token. I think it's the coolest thing that's happened since Shiba Inu. Like this token launched. It's a frog token. It's called the most memeable meme in existence. They got listed on Binance. All they do is post dope ass memes with this frog all over the world, and it pumped to a $1.66 billion market cap. Like it's the coolest thing I've seen. It's on Bybit, KuCoin, Crypto.com. Yeah, of course it has a Coinbase listing, but I think that they do need to develop some sort of utility. They have to develop some sort of utility.
Yeah, but nobody cares about utility anymore. And it's like all of these things, and like the chat is saying, honestly, like it's like the whole world is the same now. Like we've got to the stage where you know, nobody gives a shit anymore, and everybody is just trying to get as much as they can before it all goes to shit. It's the same with like politicians, with like and with crypto, with like the stock market. Like even in the stock market, like what you have nowadays, Apple bought back 90 billion shares on their earnings call, and the reason they bought them is because nobody else is buying them. Like their revenue is going down, and Apple is basically making a statement that if people don't buy their stock, they'll buy it back instead. And it's the same as like devs buying back and burning. Like that is the state of the stock market right now. Apple has to like effectively buy back and burn its shares. And it's all just rampant speculation. Again, I encourage everybody, go onto my Twitter profile and watch my pinned tweet. It's a 5-minute video. And it's like for like exactly what you are seeing right now in the market. Back in history, 100 years ago, just before the Great Depression.
Yeah.
It's speculation. Like it's an orgy of speculation, basically. Just everybody tripping over each other to just use each other just whatever way it goes. Like, this is the problem, and it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm enjoying the space. A lot of people are in the space, but and crypto's looking good too, though, right? I mean, crypto is still looking good. I know you're more of our macro guy. You think it's on life support, but I mean, right now we're sitting at a 27,000, I mean, almost $28,000 Bitcoin. ETH is at 1861. How are you feeling about the macro market right now?
Not good, to be honest. I mean,
how are you not feeling? I'm feeling great, man. ETH's at 1861. We hit a $2,000 ETH. Bitcoin over 30K.
Macro is like terrible. I mean, there's just nothing good left. Like, you've seen how many like banks have failed in the past week.
Yes.
Like, this isn't like the thing is the like market is up. Like, the degeneracy has got so bad and gone so far that people actually think that bank failures are bullish. Like, that is the state of the world right now. People believe that you should buy stocks when banks fail because it means that the Fed will cut rates, and that is like insane. Like, there's a few moments in history where you can look back at when collective insanity happens, and it's where just the whole population just goes mental. And there's a few times, like in the 1920s, like at the stock market crash, like everybody was selling everything that they had at whatever price they could. They didn't even know what price they were selling at because there was no computers back then. They were just dumping it. The other time was the witch. When everyone started thinking that everyone was a witch and just kept drowning people in streams.
Yes.
That's another time, collective insanity. And it happened like, it can be centuries apart, but that is literally what is happening right now. Like, everybody has just gone insane and everyone is just trying to steal and win and like take as much as they can because everybody knows that everyone else is doing it. And like, everyone knows that the whole world is completely screwed right now. And everyone knows it's just a matter of time until something proper goes, like whether that's like US and China war, like a nuke in Ukraine, like, everyone knows that one of these things is literally knocking on the door. And so everyone's just like, screw it, let's get as much as we can whilst we can. And that's why I think, like, people buying, like, imagine telling somebody that, oh, what did you do when the banks failed? Well, we bought stocks because it meant that the Fed was going to print money. Like, it doesn't work like that.
I bought Pepe. I bought highly speculative meme coins when the banks were going to fail. That's what I want to do. I bought those things. But look, it's interesting times here. But yeah, a lot of these tokens too, Mong, are consolidating. But Dom, like these charts, when you run up from 0 to 228 million in 14 days, like you're going to expect some sort of consolidation. Now, what does it take for the strong ones? And have you heard of Mong coin?
I have.
Are you in it?
I am not. No.
Doom King, we got to get you in there. But this is probably a good time to enter too. But what does it take? I mean, from your experience, what does it take for these tokens to keep their foot on the gas? When you run up from 0 to 228 million, and then you consolidate a little bit because meme coins are coming down. Like, what does it take you to have that next leg up instead of going straight down? What does it take you to blast off into space again?
Retail and community, as in, like, there's two reasons why you have these dips. Like, the first thing is on the run up. Like, firstly, like these tokens that pump don't just happen by accident. Like, Pepe, Mong, Naruto, or like, I don't even know which one to go. Wojak. I'm just looking at Dexter's trending, and that'll tell me. But like like those are not just random. Like, people, it's not just somebody deploys it and people randomly go after it. What happens is, and I've seen it.
Ben's number one. Look at that. Fuck, I faded it. Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
But yeah, they literally, like, people, they will either launch and then people will sell it and it will like basically look like it's gone to 0. And then it will be bought up by a load of like insiders. And then they will just hold it. And that's literally all they'll do. They buy up all of the supply, as much of it as possible. And then people buy it, purchase it, and there's nobody selling anymore. And the reason there's no one selling is that the insiders hold all the tokens. And that's why people were thinking, like, I can't believe it. Like, there's X amount of, I think that the Uniswap pool on Pepe is like the 50th or like more holder by like rank. So there's 50 people who could sell and completely like drain the liquidity, dump it over 50% in one transaction, but they don't. And why is that? They don't just, some of them have made like tens of millions. And the reason why is because that is the game. Like they're there to hold it, because if nobody else owns it, then they control the price and they control the buy and sell pressure. It's how all these people do it. If you look at it, like you'll see the core holders, they'll get in early and then they will just hold. One really good example is Suka. Suka, and that sort of paved the way for this. Like Suka was the standard token that's trending right now. It literally is a copy of the Suka model, and the Suka
You're talking
model,
about Suka, like the Suka, right?
Yeah, TSU. The Ryoshi
Suka.
one, like Dragon.
I like Suka.
Yeah, but that one literally when it rallied up and then it almost dusted, and then it got picked up by like Joe Grower 420 and like tons of other people.
Tubba's a big whale in Suka.
Exactly, and they haven't sold, and they just hold it, and the liquidity is terrible. It's like got the tiniest little LP pot,
1.63 million.
Yeah, that's the first one that I've seen that basically had this model or blueprint where people realized, hang on, if we have a tiny LP pot, it's really easy to pump, because if you're buying into like 1% LP versus 5%, it has 5 times as much price impact on buys and sells.
Okay, so can you explain that for people that are listening? So it's not based off the market cap, right? It's based off of the actual liquidity pool in terms of how much impact each buy has, correct?
Yeah, so if you look at like, so Ben, for example, it's currently just under 20 million and it's got 2 million of liquidity. So that's 10%, which is pretty good, to be honest.
I'm so sad I faded this. Can we stop talking about Ben? I faded this so tough. But anyways, keep going.
Well, if you look at Mong here, right? 76 million market cap and the same 2 million in liquidity. So bear in mind that one is 20 million market cap, one is almost 80 million, and they have the same liquidity. So that means it is 4 times harder to pump Ben's price than it is to pump Mong's price. Or
really?
You need to have 4 times a large. So it would take, if they were the same market cap, if Mong was the same market cap and had the same liquidity ratio as Ben, then that would be the same in terms of buys. So
yeah,
if that was scaled down, so let's say a 20 million market cap, Mong would have had 500k, and Ben has 2 million. So when they were the same market cap, it took 1 ETH into Ben would be the same as 4 ETH into Mong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pot. So that's the model basically that they've taken. So if you look at Mong, that's 2 million liquidity, almost 80 million market cap. And that's why it's dumping so hard, bear in mind, because it works the same both ways.
Yeah.
So if a token has those insiders and they suddenly decide that they're happy and they're going to stop, then that's that. Like if they start dumping, they can kill that price so easily.
That's why I love this show. Shout out to Brad Chenoweth, the newest member of the Jake Gagan Show, the Future Millionaires. Welcome to the Future Millionaires. We appreciate you. Guys, that's why I love this show so much, because literally I learn so much every single time. So let me just repeat it, because the best way to learn something is to teach it. So the higher the market cap, the lower the liquidity, the more price impact you have with the token, which is why we're probably seeing Mong down 39%. But when you look at VEMP, the lower the market cap, right? 20 million, same liquidity. It's tougher to move this thing, even though this thing is up 2,300%. So are you saying this is something that the devs are doing? They're like, hey, let's keep the liquidity low. That way we can put 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 ETH, and it pumps the price as opposed to having a 10, 20, $30 million liquidity pool.
Yeah, I mean, people don't realize it, to be honest. And like, I had this huge problem with VEMP. We had like our liquidity locked for a year. And the problem with that was that we couldn't touch it no matter what. And at one point, our liquidity pot was worth like $20 million. And it got to the stage where our market cap was 7 million and our liquidity pot was 5 million. Like, so we had so that would be the equivalent of Ben having like a 16 million liquidity pot at 20 million market cap. And it just wouldn't, people were wondering like, why is it not pumping with these massive buys? And it's because our thing, and we couldn't do anything about that. And people absolutely, oh, Bernie's pumping, is it? That's good. That's literally like, people don't realize that if you lock all your liquidity, you can't do these like tricks. And that's all it is. It's literally tricks. Like, they will pull liquidity and then they'll pump the shit out of it, get people in, and it's all just like playing these games. And the reason why Ben might not dump as hard as Mong is the exact same reason why it won't necessarily pump as hard. It's literally, it can absorb more cells.
What's Pepe's liquidity? I mean, this is still small, like ratio. If you're looking at ratios compared to, I mean, 11 million and it was in the billions, that's very small.
That's exactly how Pepe got as big as it did, because it's got a terrible LP to thing. So buys of that just don't have the impact. Like, if you look on the holders, I don't even think Uniswap is on the first page.
Damn, this guy's killing it. I see him all the time. Dimethyltryptamine.eth. He's a big he's a multi-millionaire. They're not on the first page. Here's Uniswap V3. They have 1.8 million. Can you explain me something as well? Because Altcoin Daily made like a video talking about the top wallet holders of Pepe and how it's all exchanges. Just for someone that's out there that has no idea what this is, they're looking at the top wallet holders. Why would Binance, OKX, KuCoin, MEXC, Huobi, all of these exchanges buy so much of the Pepe? What exactly is Binance using it for right here, the 12% of Pepe?
I mean, they don't like, it's a misconception, really. Like, it is very, very rare that the exchanges buy it. That's just people depositing. And there's a few ways they do that.
So this is not Binance buying it. This is people depositing money in their own individual Binance accounts.
So it's rare that they would buy it, but it's very dependent. So the only way that you can get exchanges to buy is having insane hype. Otherwise, the first question that you will get asked if you go as a community leader or a dev to an exchange, they'll say, who's your market maker? And that is because they need somebody to make the market, because all of these exchanges except Binance and except, I'd say, Binance, Coinbase, maybe OKX, they all just don't have enough organic buyers to fill the order book. So they need market makers to do it for them. And so that is literally what they'll do. Like, there's no, if you look on Pepe's actual Twitter, they literally said, we're going to be moving some tokens into an exchange wallet. We're going to be doing some transactions. Don't be afraid. That is for market making. That is where the tokens came from. Like, they might have bought a few, but a lot of it will be deposit to list campaigns. That's what OKX was. OKX's Pepe listing was deposit to list. So people had to deposit Pepe, and the more that somebody deposited it, then it would get listed. Like, this is the games that they play. And people think, oh, exchanges buying. Exchanges all dump the chart. All of them, except Binance and Coinbase. OKX, arguably, like KuCoin, Gate, MEXC, all of them dump the chart. Especially KuCoin, for example, like, you'll get like 100% pump, and then it'll get retraced in like 2 days. But all of them dump the chart. Like, Gate incessantly dumps on VEMP. They do it to Colt. They do it to everybody. I know the wallet. It begins with a 0xC5, and it just dumps everybody's altcoins.
And who runs that account? Is it like it's the exchange wallet, but who runs it? Is it a person? Is it like do they have someone like that's their job?
Yeah, it's their job because the exchange needs to make money. Like, you know, the listing fee and the marketing fee is for their users.
I like this guy right here. Ocon. This interview will remain in the great history of the blockchain, perhaps of universal history. I like that. Thank you so much, Ocon. Macro Mondays, guys. If you are enjoying it, guys, make sure to hit that like button on YouTube. We have 275 people here on YouTube, 35 people on Twitter. Make sure to retweet on Twitter, hit the like on Twitter, share it around. Macro Mondays is back and better than ever, baby. Dom, dropping alpha as always. I love it.
Let's see if I can find this wallet because it constantly dumps onto OXC5 literally is like the second like seller, and you can see this absolute twat.
And this is a good question from May You Be Well. We'll pull it up in just a second, or you can answer it now. But he says, what about when a coin's tax goes into liquidity? Because you see that a lot with taxes, although a lot of taxes or a lot of tokens are at zero tax tokens right now. Will that keep it from pumping?
Yeah, one thing that I can't stand with 1% added to LP. That's a terrible idea. Like, I don't know why coins do that. Like, it depends on what you want to achieve. Like, and this is the problem, like, that you have with crypto nowadays, is that there's no incentive to be decent. Like, for example, if you look at like, so I'll go on a quick detour and show you. If you look at like VEMP, like we got 410K liquidity on Uniswap V2. We've got, look here, so we got another like 90K and another like 40K here. So we've got like 530K liquidity, and we're 2.66 million market cap. So the liquidity ratio is about 20%, and that does us no benefits. Like that doesn't help us whatsoever as a token. Like, nobody cares about that. Like, we don't get awards for it. We are just providing that liquidity for people to dump on us. And if you look at, like, let's say Mana, right? So this is $1 billion token, and it's got the same liquidity as VEMP. 2.5
no way.
million. Yep. 1 billion.
Wait, their liquidity is 400,000?
Yeah.
Holy
like,
shit.
All of these like tokens, like there's one like Alpha, like Venture Partners or like something. Again, like you can look. So this one, right? Alpha token. Is that the right one? Is it Alpha Venture DAO? Because I know there's an Alpha. Yeah, so this one isn't. So 82 million market cap, 400K. And why they do that and how they do that is that they literally, one second. They literally just move. So 316th rank token, right? So a big token. Personally, I'd never heard of this until I did an experiment basically to see. But it's on Binance, right? So what these tokens do, and why I absolutely cannot stand this industry at the moment, what these tokens do is that they maintain their rank by rugging their liquidity on DEX. And tokens like VEMP, I am punished for allowing users to work on DEXs, basically. Like, I could do what all of these tokens do, like all of these top 300 tokens, and I could provide very, very little DEX liquidity, take my liquidity onto exchanges and manipulate the price from there. So that's all that these tokens are doing, is that they are making it as difficult as possible for users to sell. You have to send it to an exchange. If you don't like exchange, it's tough. You need to KYC in order to sell on that exchange. If you don't like it, tough. And they put all of these barriers to selling. Just like how you want no barriers to entry, in a bear market, they rug their liquidity. All of these tokens do it. If you look in the bull market, they had tons of liquidity. In the bear market, they rug you. And as a dev, I am punished for being a decent person and doing the right thing and not rugging. Like literally, like I could put my liquidity onto exchanges and I could keep, FL on dexes, and people would have to go to an exchange if they want to sell without price impact. But I don't, because I think that that's a scam. But everyone else does it, and this is the problem. Like there is no incentive, to be honest, because like I get called a scammer by like so many people for no reason whatsoever, just for my token going down. When in reality, they don't know the half of how the industry works. They don't know that all of these memes are just insiders. They don't know about the liquidity ratio. They don't know why it's all happening like that. They don't know any of the context. They just think that if your token goes down, you're a scammer. Like they don't realize that it actually hurts my token's price to give users a way to transact in a decentralized manner. And that's why this industry is just constantly never fails to depress me, because people just have no idea about these things. And it's like frustrating because you get dumped on incessantly. People like wonder like, why is that token pumping? And people sell you to buy the next like hyped thing. And then you've got these, for example, if I go back on and show you what I was going to show you about Gate, here's Gate, Gate's wallet that constantly dumps on me here.
No way. Can't you reach out to them? Hey, guys, stop dumping on us.
I already tagged them on Twitter. I said it. Here you go. Look at this. This is my chart. And this is Gate. Just constantly dumping. That's 44 Ethereum. So 100K just since February from this one wallet.
No way.
Like you can see here. So here's all the transactions and the token transfers. Gate dumped on Dex, dumped on Dex. It's not just me. Suka, it's all of these tokens, and this is just Gate constantly dumping on, well, not just on the communities and the tokens, they're dumping on everybody. Like they list you and then they just constantly dump. Like if we go on to, let's see when the last VEMP transaction is and see like exactly how many, is this bloody thing? Got to view all. And people have no idea. People are like, when listing, every listing just makes your token suffer, apart from Binance and Coinbase. It is just a tick box exercise to keep you happy as an investor. Like, trust me, they all do this. And we'll find them. Here we go. So let's take a look. And all of these, every single one is just them dumping on me. Look at that. Just dump, 11 pages of Gate dumping on me.
Ouch.
And it's been going on for over a year. Just
how much do they have?
As much as they want. This is the problem. Like this is where it's not on the blockchain, is it? So when you go, if you buy them on Gate, they will just and you buy it, like you're not buying anything. Like it's just bullshit. Like it's just numbers in your account. You only get it when you withdraw it, and they have to send it to you from a central pot. And so the actual amount of them that they'll have, like right now, they've got 7.3 million. And if you look on the analytics, you can see like how the balance changes, right? So just, how does this balance reduce? Like, are we supposed to like think, oh, so it went from 2.3 million to 21.4, and just like, if I put this over the chart of VEMP, I bet you anything it would correlate, because you can see here, like 21st of January down to here, 2nd of April, right? And then we go like January. So what was that? 21st of January, like, so literally like it to the 2nd of April. Like what was that here? Funnily enough, literally as soon as they stop, as soon as like it gets to the bottom and Gate have less tokens, like 2nd of April, where is it? Yeah, 2nd of April, look at that. So Gate is literally constantly dumping on me, literally over and over and over again. And I just have to deal with that as a dev. And people will say, why down? Why down? Because of these exchanges that you love us to list on. Like all they do is dump on you, and you can see, like, let's look at this. So let's look at the lows here. 7th of May. Right, so let's look at the chart again. 7th of May, where are we? That's literally like here. Like again, like, so these are like where you can see like the bottoms. Oh wait, this is a different time period. This is Jan 22 to March. So, but yeah, you can see like people don't realize this. Like, so look, 2nd of April on this chart is there. So as soon as we got to the bottom of like Gate having less tokens, funnily enough, we start rallying again. Then they start again. Off we go. Like Gate is manipulating the VEMP price down, and I can't do anything about it. Because what can I do? I can say to them, delist my token. What's going to happen to the 7 million VEMP, do you think?
Dump.
Still on the exchange.
It'll dump.
Like, and you just have to deal with this as a dev every day when people are wondering, like, when Binance, when everything else, when Qcoin, like, trust me, you don't want exchanges. All they do is dump on you, like, constantly. It's it's an absolute scam.
Not fun, not good stuff here, but we do have some updates here on Ben, which I'm not in, but I do celebrate the success. I faded this so tough. It's tough to see. Up to a $20 million market cap. Mong taking a small dip here, 76 million. An update from Crypto Bitlord. He just tweeted out not too long ago. He says, welcome to your second proper shakeout with Mong. We had a good one at 2 million. This will cleanse the ranks once more. I'm holding strong. All hands on deck. He's all the way in on this. I don't know if he's like the founder of the token, but he's definitely all the way in on this token. He put his name on it. He stamped his name on it. He just tweeted again. Can someone DM me? I need to borrow $1 million in ETH and fast. I need to buy it for the Mong dip. We'll pay you back next week.
Why did you give so much of VEMP to SEC? Everyone has the right to buy and sell. It's not me giving it. It's the marketing tokens for their users. It's other people's money. The actual exchange doesn't hold. What you see in your exchange's account doesn't exist apart from on your screen.
Yeah.
They buy and sell however they want, and all they do constantly, they only give you tokens when you want to withdraw. And if they don't have people wanting to withdraw, then they dump it. Everything. If you look at the exchange, like, you don't see altcoins in exchange wallets, and that's because they don't hold them. They see them as shit because they see them as shit coins. They list shit coins because users want shit coins. But as soon as they have them, if you deposit shit coins to an exchange, they dump it for Ethereum. Literally every single one gets dumped for Ethereum. Like I literally just showed on this graph here. Let me share that again. Like you can see, it's not just mine. It's every single one. If you look at this wallet, like OXC5, let's go here. There we go. So let's look at OXC5, and let's look at that. So, why did Ape give them so many tokens? Why did Convergence give them so many tokens? Why did Suka? Why did Sudo? Why did D-Race? What do all of these have in common? Like, do you think that all of them have their devs just sending marketing tokens? I listed on Gate 18 months ago. Do you honestly believe that they've been holding their token for 18 months from when I gave them to them for marketing? No, of course not. This is your tokens as a user that they are dumping on you, but in DEX. And funnily enough, DEX is the one that matters because you have market makers that control the price on exchanges. If I wanted to right now, I could send them to $1 on gate.io and I could hold it there. Why could I do that? Because I control the markets, because I have the market makers on there. Why don't people do that? Because then people buy on DEX and dump it onto the place that's $1. It's arbitrage. This is how it works. If I move the price on one exchange, then people buy it on another and sell into that price. And that's how arbitrage works. People buy it where it's low and they sell it where it's high, and that creates an equilibrium. So that is why people don't do it. Like, and Gate, when they list these tokens, they get given marketing tokens. And when users deposit, all they do is dump them. Like, they just sell them for ETH. Look, so here we are. So what do they do here? So all of these individual transfers, you can see transactions. So what are they doing? So transfer, 8.7 ETH 6.5 ETH, where do you think that they are sending all of these? Let's see, OXEE. Oh, look, they're sending them all into gate.io. Like if you look on all of these, like they're all just TXs being sent to Gate. Like this is Gate's wallet, and every single one just goes into here. And you can see that this exchange deposit wallet, 851 ETH. So this OXC55, who incessantly dumps on VEMP and every other token, sends all of it to here. It collects up, and when they're ready, they send it into the Gate hot wallet. And there it sits with everything else. So this is exactly how it works. So it's not about VEMP, it's not about anything else. All the exchange does is they use this OXC55 and they dump all of their shit coins, all of these, they dump them and they send the ETH back to this one over here.
So they're making money. And you're saying every exchange does this, right?
Yeah, all of them just dump on you. Like the organic buyers it brings isn't worth it until you get onto Binance, Coinbase, arguably OKX and KuCoin.
Yeah.
Like it's criminal basically. And they just swap because they know like 98% or 99% of altcoins go to zero. As soon as they get them, they dump them. And that's why always exchanges are terrible ideas. It might seem like a good idea. It's not. They are always bad ideas. And once you have them, you're stuck with them.
Wow. And that's why I love the show, guys, because you learn, because you get my perspective, right? I just make content, but Dom's actually a developer and a degen who has good information. He gives you the real truth about what's going on. So for these exchanges right now, like these tokens that are launching Mong, all these tokens, like one of the main utilities for people is to get listed on exchange. That's what investors want. They want exchanges. You're saying, hey, that's actually one of the worst things you can do for a token is to get listed on these centralized exchanges, especially the ones that dump.
Well, it's no surprise that as soon as there's a Pepe sex multi-sig being set up, the price dumps. Like this is literally like how it works. And, they will be incentivized to make their money somehow. Like, the exchanges aren't dumb. Like they're going to offload. Again, this Bell Smash person, can you not delist from Gate? They've got 7 million VEMP still. What do you think happens to that if I suddenly say to them, can you delist, please? Like it's
Diggity
not going to help, is it? So like you're just stuck. You can't undo them. Like
speaking of diggity dump, Ben down to 15 million from 20 million. As you mentioned, the liquidity is low though.
Somebody said Bernie was mooning. Where's Bernie?
I have no idea. I
have we
find
broken the 5 figures? Have we broken 10K market cap?
Bernie, I don't know. Pull it up. What's the contract?
Oh, I have no idea. If you type in Bernie, its long name is I am once again.
I am once again. Here's a question from Graham. How do you win then, Dom, for a retail investor? How does a ritail investor win in this? I'll give you my thoughts. You find, and this is just my experience. You find a token early, like Ben, right? And guys, I'm not in Ben at all. I faded it. But BitBoy tweeted about it like right here. And it looked like a rug pull because this wasn't here. It literally looked like a rug. I was like, I'm not going to buy it. But you throw in 0.1, 0.2 ETH and you turn it into 10 ETH. That's how you win in this space. It's the only way to win.
With exchanges, there's only one way the exchange listings are profitable. And that is by never speaking to them ever. And I've had it so many times. For example, L-Bank I started speaking to, and they list like some really weird stuff, and they list it for free. But as soon as you start speaking to a listing manager, they assign that token to that listing manager, and that is where it sits forever. And so, whereas, for example, when VEMP listed on KuCoin, the next day VEMP was listed on XT and listed on Hotbit. I didn't even speak to them, and that is because they piggyback on it. And that's what happens with Shiba. And the reason why Shiba didn't dump is that they didn't pay for any listings. I know that because I introduced Bone to MEXC and they didn't pay for it. Introduced them to like KuCoin, etc. Like didn't pay for it. Like they just refuse, flat out refuse. They do not employ market makers. They do not give marketing tokens. That is literally the only way that you do it. And it's as soon as you start providing marketing tokens and market making, then you are providing and sending tokens to the exchange. And what do they do with altcoins? They sell them for ETH. Like you need to, and you can only rely on the hype. And if anybody tries to reach out to your decentralized community and wants to talk to you about listings, tell them to fuck off. Because like literally, as soon as you start speaking to them, they will assign you as like being looked after by XYZ, and they just won't list you for free. If you flat out block them, refuse to talk to them, they will list you because they know that people want you and they want to buy the token. Like literally just don't talk to them. Like literally ignore them. No exchange is worth it except Binance and Coinbase. Like maybe if you can get like a really, really, really good deal, like it's worth talking to some others. But honestly, like as soon as you give them an inch and they'll take a mile, like just don't even bother. Especially like paying for like anyone below KuCoin.
100%. And this is a good point, though. This is a really good point. Not everybody wants to pay $200 in gas fees. And also when you sell to a lot of token or a lot of people in projects will say, hey, don't sell on the decentralized side, sell on the exchange side because it doesn't necessarily hurt the DEX tools chart. So I think that's why exchanges win because one, gas fees are low, right? I don't think you really have any, like you don't have to pay $80. You pay $3, $4, $5, whatever your trade is. And two, it doesn't hurt the decentralized charts. So that's why exchanges, I think, are hot and why people use them.
Arguably, yes. But like, as you can see, people send them to the exchange and it doesn't immediately hurt the chart. That's the difference because like you can see by that wallet that keeps incessantly dumping VEMP on me. You know, if I sent VEMP to Gate and I sold it on there, you know, I wouldn't see the immediate equivalent sell on DEX, but eventually that wallet is almost certainly dumping into DEX what was sold on it by other people. It's just that like liquidity on like these exchanges is fake. So they go where the actual real liquidity is, which is unfortunately provided by me, and they just dump on me. Whereas as you saw by those other charts, like, you know, if you remove it, you can keep price higher. But yeah, this is the problem that you face. And yeah, you know, people do like to buy on exchanges because they don't have to pay this crazy gas fees, especially right now. But that doesn't mean that the token's responsibility should be to list on those exchanges. They aren't the service provider. The exchange is the one that is trying to get users and providing a service to users. To expect the token that you want to buy to pay money to list on the provider you want to use in order to buy it, like, is stupid. If you want your exchanges to list a token, you need to tell them to do it. Because if you ask the token team to do it, then you're just going to end up dumping on yourself. Like just literally ask and harass your exchange to list these tokens, because like if you talk to the team, you know, the exchange is going to say, we want 100K in marketing tokens. Where do you think that 100K is going? You know, they don't give free marketing tokens out to users for them to keep it. You know, they give it because it's an incentive and it gets sold.
This guy follows me. I like this. So this guy created it. Dude, this meme coin mania is insane. I like BitBoy Crypto. I think he's funny. I think he's hilarious. He stands with Ben. Name tokens are in. Meme coins are taking a little bit of a dip today. I mean, not even a little bit of a dip. Everything is down. Pepe down to 789 million. Mong down to 58 million. Wow, Mong really taking a hit. Ben down. Everything's down.
Where was? I didn't see. Did you check Bernie?
I haven't seen it. No, I couldn't find the chart.
Oh, let me.
It's a name token.
It is a name token, and also.
Well, how's the chat feeling, guys? Are we going to zero? I've been buying meme coins. I haven't sold any of my meme coins, so I'm right there with you. That's my problem. It's holding the bag too long. I think I need to watch Laws of Meme Coins from B Roots. But dude,
Bernie,
everything.
Bernie is broken the 5-figure mark.
Five-figure
is 10.5K market cap.
There you go. Is it the next meme? Is it the next meme? Is it the next Ben? Is it the next Jeff? I wonder how Jeff's doing.
Bernie is going.
I don't even have Jeff saved.
Going for the future. Here we are. So it's it ends in 4EB.
4EB.
Sure, it's the right one.
Me too, my ultra journey. But I have faith in Crypto Bitlord. Never met the guy, but he's a Chad. Let's see what he's saying before we wrap up the stream here today, guys. Live on Macro Mondays, one of our most popular shows. I think people like the meme coin conversations. But let's see what Crypto Bitlord's saying. Looks like a falling wedge, bullish. People are saying I double my bag. He said, I'm not scared, I'm proud because over 20,000 Mong holders are being baptized in their first shakeout and our ranks are growing strong, guys. Yesterday was a bullish stream. Today, everything's looking like it's falling to zero. Hopefully this week we turn it around. Quick look at Jeff, 4.23 million. Everything is absolutely falling. I'm holding strong. I'm not giving faith. Huh?
Apart from one, we know that there is one name token right now which isn't falling. And in fact, it's only 10K market cap. That's Bernie.
Bernie is Dom's play today.
We're making it happen.
This shit's insane. But guys, this is why I always say too, like I've been making a lot of bullish content. Always invest a small amount. Like for these meme coins, I've been putting in 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 ETH. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. And you should always take profits. I should probably take my own advice. I haven't taken any profits. Even when Pepe and Mong were up big, I didn't sell a single. I've never sold a single one of those tokens.
I'm never selling. I'm diamond handing Bernie to the moon.
Bernie.
When am I going to start my DGen Cool channel?
You should start one. I guess this is your start right here. People said, how do you spell it? Bernie, like Bernie Sanders. But yeah, guys, it's an interesting space. But always, guys, never listen to me. Never listen to Dom. Do your own research when investing, and always take profits. I need to take my own advice because I was up on a lot of these tokens, but hopefully they make a comeback. I'm still up on Pepe. I'm still up on Mong, I think. Hopefully we get some positive movement. Let's just check out Ben one more time before we wrap it up because BitBoy's like, it's still up 2,000%. It's at to his $16 million market cap. His platform's so powerful though. It's like I think he can send this thing to the moon. I should have bought it. I'm pissed I faded it, but I like BitBoy Crypto. Look at him. All these people calling Ben a rug puller are going to stay poor. That's cool with me because they all seem like douches. He's funny, man. He's funny. Always laugh when you invest. Guys, that's the show. 253 people still with us today. Dom, where can people find you if they want to continue to follow your content online? And let's end it with a little VEMP shill, if you don't mind.
It is literally on the screen in front of me at Dominic VEMP, 0 hair, except the beard. So, yeah, and VEMP Studios, VEMP is my token, it's my protocol, it's my baby. And it's actually got utility, which I know isn't in at the moment, but...
What's utility?
Stuff coming soon. So we've got multiple, well, VEMP, something big is happening in May, but multiple big announcements coming all at once. And hopefully it should do well.
Are you ready? Are you ready, baby? I'm ready. Guys, that's the show. Follow Dominic VEMP. He always posts good stuff. I will watch this old Anthony Fauci's older brother video when we get off, and I'll give you my take on it. I'll retweet it if I think it's good. Pepe down, Ben down, everything down. Hopefully tomorrow's a brighter day, guys. Thank you so much. Aaron. We appreciate you guys. We're going to be back next Monday, me and Dom and the crew. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. PST. Come join us. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody.